The climate time bomb is ticking. The time is running out to defuse climate time bomb, and the world needs to take climate action at once. It is a statement to mark the launch of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change Synthesis report that was released in March 2023, which was last month. This statement hurts me to the core. The earth temperature is getting warmer, and carbon dioxide contributes about 99% in the gases that warm the earth. There is a direct relationship between carbon dioxide emissions and the earth's surface temperature. The main source of release of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is burning of fossil fuels such as solid waste, coal, oil, wood products, trees, and we also add carbon dioxide in the atmosphere through chemical reactions we perform in industries, such as the manufacturing of cements and land use change. It increases the amount of water vapors in the atmosphere, which itself is a greenhouse gas. It further warms the earth temperature and increase the glacier melting. So now you know how harmful carbon dioxide is for our environment. But the question is, what can we do? How can we reduce carbon dioxide emissions? Wait, I can save you time and tell you, why don't we capture all the carbon dioxide from the sources and prevent it from reaching the atmosphere? In this way, we don't have to be afraid of release of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So for example, the highest amount of carbon dioxide is generated from the energy or power plant supply, which is about 41% of the world's carbon dioxide emissions. That is huge. And if we reduce this amount by curbing the carbon dioxide produced by this sector, it will go a long way in mitigating the global warming. We can do this by many methods, but today I'm going to focus on the adoption of carbon capture and storage technology around the power plants. So in this technology, we collect the carbon dioxide from the large point sources, for example, from power plants, and then storing it safely instead of just releasing it into the atmosphere, and protect the contact of stored carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This technology either stored the carbon dioxide several meters deep down the oceans or in the ground. This technology involves three processes. So one process is the capture of carbon dioxide from the power plants, the second is the transportation, and third is the long-term storage processes. As we are just focusing today on carbon capture storage and power plants, good thing is that this technology could potentially capture 90% of all carbon emitted by the plants. And it is a research done in the experiments. And compare to the conventional coal plants without it. It is good, isn't it? But there has been much criticism against it because of the risk attached with this technology. One of the major concerns about the risk is the leakage of sequestered carbon dioxide from the injection pipes. The other major concern is the uncertainty about the ultimate cause and feasibility of this technology establishing clear jurisdictions over pipeline construction. It makes private financing companies think many times to consider the investment in these technologies. But the question again, can we encounter the challenge with the positive solution? So the answer is yes. For example, When there is a concern about the leakage of pipe, we can solve it by making the well-protected pipe with non-return valves that prevent the release of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere so that the changes of the burst will be low. And also, there is an article written by IEA, that is an International Energy Agency, and it tells us that CCS is one of the most important thing to reduce the global carbon dioxide, such that the global warming may be reduced or limited to 2 degrees Celsius. That is huge. They also make many standards about the pipelines to make sure no leakage of carbon dioxide. The other concern was about the uncertainty, but these solutions are more effective to reach the goals of long term, as they could prove critical unlocking the cost-effective, cheaper reduction that are required to achieve this goal by 2050. For example, it can help Canada to achieve net zero by 2050. So these solutions require the policies now that can support their development and advancement, so when we need them, they will be ready. So we see this technology has more benefits than harmful effects. And all big countries remove greater part of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through this technology. For example, Norway is the first country to embark on storing carbon dioxide, and they are successful to cut their carbon dioxide emissions 1 million tons annually, which is equivalent to about 3% of the country's 1990 level. China is also taking a risk with CCS technologies, as China has one of the largest number of CCS plants projects in the world. And some of these projects are currently in action. So, we are back to our nightmare bomb scenario, where the bomb can burst anytime if we do not take climate action at once. I am leaving you today with the question: are you willing to take risk to use carbon capture technology in order to save yourself and your loved ones with the climate time bomb? Or wait for the bomb to burst?